him, but it looks like he's coming back. It could happen tonight as the Warriors star officially listed as probable for Golden State's home game when the Suns come to Chase Center tonight. An injury to that left shoulder has kept him out of the last 11 games. And kind of costly, as it always is when you lose somebody like this. Right now, the Warriors have a 20-20 record. They're right at 500. Curry averaging 30 points per game this season, and with him, they're 2 games above 500. Without him, they average around 7 points less. They shoot worse from the field, shoot worse from 3, and are 2 games below 500. Again, those numbers should not shock you, considering we are talking about Stephen Curry. So say hello to NBA reporter Kendra Andrews, joining us now from the Bay Area. And Kendra, what more can you tell us about Stephen's recovery over these 11 games? How exactly he's gotten healthy?
Yeah, Sage, well, immediately after he sustained that injury in December, it was all about rest and recovery, just letting the shoulder heal. Then as soon as he could, he got back in the weight room, started individual work, and then just this past week is when he was able to rejoin live team work. On Friday, he said he participated in a full contact 5-on-5 scrimmage for the very first time. And that day he said, look, it's just about getting more reps in so that I know my body can really withstand the speed of the game. Well, Sage, he did that again on Monday, being a full participant in team practice and a scrimmage again. Now, Steph says, because this is my left arm, not my shooting arm, he doesn't think that his shooting mechanics are going to be affected by this, but he was wearing some KT tape as well as a shooting sleeve on that left arm. But he also said, I don't think my conditioning has really taken a hit. Now, I've been told that the Warriors are still trying to figure out what his minute load would look like, if there's going to be a restriction or not. But Sage, I was told this morning that Steph Curry should be starting tonight. It sounds very likely he's going to be starting tonight against the Phoenix Suns.
Good news, for sure. So when you look back at these 11 games that he's missed, the Warriors have had some memorable games, beating the Grizzlies by double digits. How about Kevon Looney? He had a buzzer beater against the Hawks in a game that Klay scored 54 points. Lost to the Pistons on a buzzer beater as well. So a lot has happened. Kendra, how has Stephen handled watching this, not being able to participate?
Yeah, of course it's hard for him not to be out there, right? But the thing that Steph says he's observed over the past couple weeks is just this improved grit the team has been able to get that they didn't have before. He really named Draymond Green's defense, the offense of Klay Thompson and Jordan Poole, Dante DiVincenzo, and then the way that the younger players and the two-way players have been able to step up. Steph said, look, I don't think our record is indicative of how good we can be. It's just about putting it all together. And Sage, most importantly, they have to put it together on the road. And after tonight's game, they will embark on a 5-game East Coast road trip.
So get it done tonight, and hopefully Stephen Curry will be there against the Phoenix Suns, who, by the way, have struggled as well of late. Look forward to it. Kendra Andrews with the latest on Stephen Curry. Thank you.
More NFL now, and for teams not gearing up for the playoffs, thoughts turn to next season. For the Chicago Bears, thoughts turn to what they're going to do with the #1 overall pick in the upcoming NFL draft. Questions about whether Chicago will build around last year's first-round pick, Justin Fields, or just start over at quarterback again. GM Ryan Poles asked today if Fields will be the QB in Chicago next year.
Yeah, we had good conversations. I'm excited for the direction he's going, and as I mentioned before, he knows where he has to improve. I think you mentioned that the other day. So we're excited about his development and where he goes next. He showed ability to be impactful with his legs. There's flashes with his arm. Now if we can put that together, I think we have something really good.
As you go to the first pick, there are people that sit there and go, a quarterback might be available there. You're saying Justin's your guy.
Well, we're going to do the same as we've always done. We're going to evaluate the draft class. And I would say this, I'd have to be absolutely blown away to make that type of decision. Losing, it hurts. You always expect to win more than 3 games. I got home and one of my buddies from the neighborhood drove by. I was like, hey, congratulations for the first overall pick. I'm still not in that mindset right now. It hurts. You know, it hurts to be in that position. Obviously, the opportunities and things that will come from that, I hope that helps us. But yeah, you're always expecting to win. You don't want to be in this position.
Let's talk about all that now with NFL analyst Herm Edwards in our front office inside of Mike Tannenbaum. Herm, starting with you, what do you think Chicago's strategy should be?
Well, from afar, I'm not in there with the GM and I'm not the head coach, but just watching this young man play, I think he has great leadership qualities. He can run. He's an athlete. He can run. And it reminds me a little bit of the guy in Philadelphia, right? Jalen Hurts. We watched him develop, and now all of a sudden he's become a very good quarterback. I think this guy has all the potential of doing that. I know they have the first pick. Some will say, hey, you know what, go get a quarterback. I think you have your quarterback, but I think you got to build around the guy. And when I look at this football team play, they have a lack of talent. I shouldn't say talent. They need to address the receiver position, but more than that, the offensive line position. Think about this, Jay. This quarterback is very athletic. He ran for 1,100 yards. He got sacked 58 times. He got sacked 58 times. Can you imagine if it was Tom Brady? He would have got sacked 100 times. They need to address this offensive line and fix it and put some parts around this young man. And they got a chance to build a good football team. This guy is a Chicago Bear quarterback. He fixed the mold, the culture of what fans see in their quarterbacks. He has all those intangibles.
They sure do like him. All right, Mike, in your opinion, what should the Bears do with the #1 pick?
Jay, I hate to disagree with my former head coach, Coach Herm, but I'm drafting Bryce Young, quarterback out of Alabama, and I'm trading Justin Fields, and here's why. I'm going to get at least a first and a third round pick for Justin Fields. I like him. I think he's a young ascending quarterback. However, if I can reset the clock on a rookie contract, I create a massive amount of salary cap room. I could go get a number of stars the way Jacksonville with Trevor Lawrence. Go get guys like a Christian Kirk, Brandon Scherf, and make the team around him a lot better. I think Bryce Young has a chance to be really, really special because of his arm strength, accuracy, anticipation, what we're seeing here. So I think Justin Fields could be really good. I think Bryce Young could be great, and I could get a massive amount of resources to pair with Bryce Young.
Herm, do you have anything to say about what Mike just said?
Well, see, this is, Jay, this is where myself and Mike Tannenbaum, and the owner, we'd go to dinner. We'd have a couple dinners. And I know what Mike likes. After dinner, he would agree with me. And so, but he makes a great point. But I think you could do this as well. I do think you could trade out of the first pick and still acquire some picks. The money part, I let Mike handle that. But I would keep this guy as a quarterback. I mean, he has enough talent to where, we look at the 49ers, right? They're playing with a rookie quarterback, a great defense, pretty good solid offense, and they're one of the better teams in the National Football League. So we all want this great quarterback, but how many of them are there really? There's probably, in our league right now, there's probably 8, 9 guys at the most. Everybody else, they're either looking for a quarterback or they got a good steady quarterback, right? You can still win games. Look at the playoff teams. How many playoff teams have great quarterbacks? Just think about it. There's 14 teams. There's about 5 teams that have great quarterbacks. The rest of them are good quarterbacks. And one of those teams might win a Super Bowl with a good quarterback.
Good point. Mike, I need to ask you, I know you said you think he's going to be good, but what makes you believe Bryce Young will be a better quarterback in the NFL than Justin Fields?
His down the field accuracy, he has really good arm strength. I am a little concerned about his size, but he has great flexibility and pocket movement. So when I look at his game, I don't see any holes in it except maybe his size. We're looking at him roll outside the pocket here. He was extremely productive against really good competition in the SEC. So I see him coming in and seeing him being an immediate frontline starter with superstar potential. And I just think Justin Fields has some inconsistencies in the way he throws that I think he could be a really good quarterback. But I see Bryce Young scaling higher.
It is a conversation that will continue until draft day. Herm Edwards, Mike Tannenbaum, thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it. All right, so for the first time since 1947, the first pick of the NFL draft belongs to the Bears. Some other interesting accounting here. The Seahawks and Lions both finished with winning records but wind up with top 6 picks. And the Eagles, who earned the NFC's 1 seed, will also be taking home a top 10 pick, courtesy of the Saints. Sage.
I tell you, there are major concerns for the Cowboys heading into the playoffs. Unicom's Marcus Spears tells us which issue they need to address the most. Also, Jeff Passan will join us to talk about the breaking news. Carlos Correa's return to the Twins and what that means for the Mets moving forward. Are there more moves coming up in Queens? We're going to find out next. SportsCenter's coming back.